Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Malibu Pacific Church podcast here at Malibu Pacific Church. Hey, if you haven't listened to this past week's sermon yet, please press pause now and go listen to that. But we're not going to tell you how to live your life. You're already listening to the podcast, so you're here. Let's get into it, everybody. We got Andy, everybody.
Pastor Andy's morning, here. Afternoon, evening, whenever you're listening.
Whenever you're listening. It's probably a beautiful day because, we're
Malibu.
Near. It's Malibu. Let's be honest. We did have clouds one day.
Ooh.
Yeah, uh-oh. And it rained for about 18 minutes.
Weather alert.
Yeah, rainpocalypse happened.
It was a little odd.
Yeah.
Rained in September for a half a day or something. Yeah. It wasn't a lot, but...
Not a lot, but...
Started getting all the warnings. Flash flood warnings!
Absolutely.
Like, it's a cloud with a few drops.
They shut down power and water, and internet.
They did, actually.
Actually, they did, but...
I don't know how we would move Malibu to the East Coast. I don't know how we would make it. We wouldn't survive.
We would not whatsoever. Yeah, people are afraid. I mean, people are afraid to go in their cars that day because they're like, oh, you just can't drive on the first rain. There's too much oil out there. And I'm like, there's barely any rain.
Come on, everybody.
Come on, we're okay.
Wow.
Yeah, but everybody's safe. Also, everybody, I think, is okay and safe from, I don't know if you saw the TikTok trend from the last week.
No.
The rapture was happening yesterday.
Oh, I didn't know that. I missed it.
You missed? Yeah, we missed it.
Yeah.
I kept asking certain people, are you still here? They responded yes, but that was a big thing, was that, many people, even Forrest Frank, got onto that in the regards of saying, hey, we don't know when it's going to happen. Everybody calm down, which I was very thankful that Forrest Frank was doing that. But what would your thoughts be, when if you saw something like that? Because I will say this, over 25,000 people participated in the rapture was happening yesterday.
Well, Jesus was very clear, and they asked him, when are you coming back? When is it happening? Yeah. And he said, not even I know when the end days will come. So if anybody claims to know, I can tell you right now, they don't, because not even Jesus knew. So, and they're so not crazy. Jesus. Yeah. So sorry.
Yeah. So
whenever you hear that, don't worry about it. What do you mean? You're giving your life to Christ? Hopefully you've done that. If not, join me right now. Jesus, come into my life. There you go. Forgive me my sins. Be free.
Absolutely. Yeah, there was a lot of end of the world and rapture parties yesterday. Just to let you know.
Okay.
A lot of people giving away all their belongings and everything too. And so there was, man, I don't know how to sit with that kind of stuff. I'm watching it, and I had people asking me, because they're like, hey, you're a religious person. You work at a church. What are your thoughts on this? And that was my exact answer. It's like, hey, we don't know when it's supposed to be. So somebody proclaiming that they do. And now the hard thing is that the people who said that it was going to happen are now doubling down as of right now. Well, I won't tell you when we recorded this, but because of the different time zones, that it really means, we got it wrong. So we have till Thursday. And I just laugh. Exactly. I'm like, what is...
There's people looking for drama. Ever since COVID, I'm telling you, there has been some major mental health issues out there.
Huge.
And then people are just gravitating to the latest drama.
Yes.
And even creating it. Be really, on a very serious note, Joel and I are laughing and joking around a little bit, but be careful on the amount of social media and who you're listening to social media. It's meant to be enjoyed and connect with friends, but don't use it as your source from God that the end of the world is coming or something. I don't know. Just be really careful with that.
Absolutely. I mean, just reading like one meme from somebody and they're like, oh, no, the rapture's happening. I got to get ready and all these
things. Then we're all getting amped up about a lot of different things happening in society and in our country and in the world, and creating drama and creating stress in your own life that's manipulative. So use social media for what it is. It's meant to be social. It's a megaphone as far as what's going on in my life. I'm sharing pictures. Enjoy each other, celebrate with each other, but don't use it as your news source to even
it's
the end of the earth
or your guru on how to live life.
Yeah, be really careful there. We have a Bible. You can download it through YouVersion and read the Word of God.
Absolutely.
He's already given us the Bible.
And you can find it at Bible.com.
Yeah.
and a great app for the U version or the Bible app as well.
Yeah.
Get some really solid answers.
So be careful. I saw this the last couple of weeks also.
Yeah, there's just a lot of misinformation, and also, and not to say misinformation, I would say just it feels like a lot of manipulation in the regards from all angles, and not just one side, all these things. And I'm constantly just getting bombarded. And I will say this is that I have had my, like heart rate spike at certain times, to be very honest. All of a sudden,
me too.
I would talk to Shannon and I'm like, my heart's racing.
Yeah.
And she's like, you just sign off. Like, you don't need to worry. But I'm feeling these feels.
Yeah.
I'm my empathy level, my I don't know, like my heart and soul are like, something's going on. And she's like, you just need to breathe, relax.
Yeah.
In the
Turn it off.
For a honestly, bit. Honestly.
Yeah. So, need some boundaries there. So be really careful.
Yeah. And so
it is a dopamine hit also.
Yeah.
Just, it's been proven that we're looking for a hit or a high or whatever from an Instagram feed. But I think it could also work negatively, like make us depressed or create anxiety as well. So just be careful.
Yeah, Pavlov's rule, right? It worked in both ways. It made people hungry and it made people starve. You know, that was the craziness with that test. So which brings us to our week.
How to be happy.
How to be happy. There we go.
That's a good transition.
And we made the corner. Week 8 of How to Be Happy. And I feel like this was another just home run week. In the regards of call to actions, calling people to Jesus, and what was your thoughts kind of going into it? I know the last couple of weeks have been somewhat heavier.
Yeah,
a lot of things have changed in our world, or there's been bigger questions, bigger asks that are happening in society. And I would like to say this is kind of behind the curtain, but we're 4 to 6 weeks planned ahead, even longer, to be honest. And even the morning of, the shootings that happened, we changed a lot of things just right beforehand. And it was the right call, and it's because we had margin. And on top of that, we're following the Holy Spirit we're meeting people where we're at. So coming into kind of this week of other things that are going on in this world, how are you able to shift back out of that kind of like, let's change everything and get back into, session number 8 of How to Be
from last week? No, we stuck with it. It just fit, I think.
Yeah.
And talking about surrender, I think there's real peace. I had that idea of releasing control. I was going to lean in that area a little bit more, but I think Craig T. Nelson, if you didn't see the service, make sure you do that. Or find us on social media. Craig T. Nelson, I think Joel uploaded a few clips of him in his interview that we did on a Sunday morning. And he just inserted, surrender is mandatory for us Christians.
Yes.
And he just sort of said it. And I was leaning towards control, but releasing control is surrender.
Yeah.
But I just thought, you know what? I think he's on to something. Same idea, but just he's definitely on to something. But I just wanted to spend the week that if we fully surrender, there's a peace. And people at peace are happy. I've released it. I've released control. I've surrendered my life to Christ.
Yeah.
There's a peace. Even when I say that, there's a peace about that God is in control of the world.
Yeah.
I'm not. And I think Chevy Chase said a long time ago, hi, my name's Chevy, and I'm not God. So anyway, something like that a long time with the. So that was the idea.
Yeah.
And this next week, I won't get into it now, but talking about purpose, which is also releasing control. But when we find our purpose in life, our meaning, or like an actor in a movie, they know what their role is. There's a piece about it. They know what they're supposed to do.
Totally.
But if we don't know what our role is in this life, what part of the story we're playing and where I fit in, there's anxiety because I'm searching. So anyway, this week was before leading up to purpose. There's peace with God, peace with others, and this last week was peace within myself, which happens when I surrender all.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it just fit into with what's happening. It was a 3-stage process. We talked about it 8 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Peace with God, peace with others, which is family and our friendships, and then peace within myself.
And it's been pretty amazing how it's been really lining up with
Everything.
everything. You know, like you couldn't plan it better. You know, to be very honest, it's really God ordained in the regards of it's hitting people where it needs to be hit right now, and it's also creating dialogue and conversation for people to have on both sides, on different thoughts, on different stories. I mean, we say it every time. We're a church for everybody in every story, and we're going to get everybody in every story through these doors. And the goal is to be a united church and to have conversation and dialogue through the most difficult things.
And let me just say with that, we've chosen as a church to, just a little side note here, everybody, to have that dialogue on a Sunday morning or over coffee or one-on-one, not on social media.
Yeah.
So we're not going to participate in that, just so you know. If we didn't post something on social media, it doesn't mean we don't believe in Jesus.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
if you want to have that conversation, by all means, please contact us.
Let's have a conversation.
Let's have a coffee. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Like there's a bigger place to have a longer discussion than to throw a chat bot your way.
Yeah, one rule we have here at the church is we're not having a dialogue over theology. We don't want theology police, or even, I would say now, I'm adding politics. We will go have a cup of coffee because every story is different. You cannot have a conversation through social media or an email response. Too much gets lost in translation. Let's go and have a conversation. So just to let everybody know out there, if you have questions or issues, call us here at the office. Any one of us would love to sit down and have a conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, and please take us up on that. We really mean that. That's not just like, let's, blow smoke or something. I mean, coffees are happening every day. Conversations are happening every day. And that's the beauty of this, is that church isn't just 1 hour, on a Sunday, or one social media post.
Yeah.
That's what we got to get over, So again, thank you for having that dialogue. And thank you for listening to this podcast too, because this is where we continue the conversation.
That's good.
Here's another fun one that happened on Sunday morning. And I loved it because, man, it's straight out of like Summer Camp 101.
Yeah.
We were celebrating. Let's celebrate Stuart, our amazing youth pastor, and his now fiance Ashley, who's our 5th, 6th coordinator and care coordinator. He hired her just to get married. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. They were already dating beforehand. So Ashley's been on staff here for many, many years, and we are celebrating big. It's not missionary dating.
But we bring people together around
We
here.
do.
Yeah.
That's
we unite people.
If you're looking for a job and want to get married, man, we're hiring. No, so
this is the spot for you.
This is the spot. We got you. But you invited Ashley up. Celebrated that they've been engaged for about a week now, and you played a little game of surrender / do you trust me / give me your wedding ring for my Kelly.
Yeah.
Tell me your thought behind that, because I will say this. I was sitting there laughing only because I knew what was happening. I couldn't imagine somebody who has never been to summer camp or has never seen this type of that thing.
Yeah,
exactly. Where people would see that and, oh my gosh, probably freak out or go, what is he asking? What is he doing? What was your thought process of bringing that in?
Well, it got really quiet, didn't it?
Did.
And just to bring everybody up to speed, we're talking about surrender, then just the old youth camp analogy. I think every youth pastor has used this in America at some point. The night that you ask for students' hearts to, give their lives to Jesus. But anyway, just you want people to feel the tension.
Yeah. That
you're going to give something up. And no, I could tell that most people had not gone to youth camp, so it worked. I could tell just it got really quiet. They all leaned forward, what is happening? And I made a promise to Ashley. And I did say, I am going to invite you up.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that? So I checked with her first, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. So if anybody's asking the question, did you prep her or did you tell her what to do? I did not, because however way she answers it, the point isn't whether she gives up the ring or not. The point is the tension that we feel about giving up something that's important. That's all that really matters.
Yeah.
So she had just gotten an engagement ring. It's a beautiful diamond ring. Well done, Stuart. But anyway.
Yeah.
And I just said, I'm going to make a promise that you will be better off after you leave the stage or come off the stage or when you go back and sit down, that you'll be better off than when you came up. Mm-hmm. That's a promise. So I'm going to ask you for the ring.
Yes.
And would you give me that ring? And once you give me the ring, I'm not giving it back. I'm going to give it to my wife, Kelly. You will never see this ring again. Would you give me that ring? And the promise is you're going to leave here better off than when you first came here. So you have a promise,
Yep.
but you don't know what the promise is. And would you do that? And so you really feel the, I don't say stress. I don't know, the tension of having to let go of something that I value. And the question is at the end, do you trust me that I'm going to give you something better? Which is the promise of God. And we don't know what it is. Because we want to go to God and say, all right, so what is the trade here? If I give up my life for you, if I do something for you, Lord, what do I get in return?
It'll be better immediately, right?
Yeah,
this
or
is it,
immediately.
right? This is it. I want you to prove to me first before
I give it up.
I want you to show me so that I know
God doesn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was just that tension, and
Yeah.
it's the tension that we all feel. If I surrender my life, well, what am I getting in return? I'm not going to tell you. You're just, all I promise, God makes a promise, you'll be better off.
Yeah. We have a set of gifts that are going to be coming out that you can use on your phone of Ashley's different responses. Just kidding. But honestly, I told her that after it. I was like, I bet there's a couple faces where she gave that were just like, really like deer in the headlights. She's looking to Stuart.
I didn't notice that.
What do I do?
Yeah, she did. What does the crowd say? I said,
What does the crowd? No, exactly. You cannot phone a friend right now.
No, there's no help. This is between me and you. Yeah.
And Stuart's laughing, and she's like, "Why are you laughing?" And then he's like, "No, yes, no." And so it turned into this just really great tension-filled moment. Because I think it put everybody into the same shoes. It got everybody on the same bus. I know I say those words a lot, but I think that is really what we're trying to do on every Sunday morning, because the Sunday morning's for the guest, and we are really trying to help people. You ask them a simple question that also has depth that everybody can get onto. Because if all of a sudden we start talking, out of the book of Revelation or, Deuteronomy, or we're talking about who begat who, all of a sudden people are very disconnected and don't know what's going on. But when you have somebody saying, do you trust me? Hey, would you give up something of value in your life?
Yeah.
I think everybody's been asked that question, whether they're a complete believer or a full atheist. Right. Everybody's been asked that type of question. And I feel like getting down to that is almost like the
practical.
Secret sauce of the Sunday morning.
Is practical.
It absolutely is. And so what did you do with the ring? Did you pawn it?
No, I gave it to Kelly.
Hey!
No, just to let everybody know, I gave her a gift certificate that she was super excited to Zinke, and I gave her the ring back.
There you
go. So it's all good. The point is the illustration, feeling the tension of just saying, in that moment, I'm not giving it back to you, so will you give this to me? So, and then everybody responded, really, it seemed like a lot of people did. Why did she give it to me? Because she trusted you. I was like, wow, they got it. That was good.
Yeah.
And that is the issue. Do you trust God with your life? So, no, it was good. It worked out. And we want to be practical, and that is a real issue. So we can talk about Bible, and which is very practical and for us, but it can be theoretical or theological. But in real day-to-day life, are we surrendering our lives every single day?
Yeah.
So Craig T. Nelson is very open about it. He leads AA groups and leads a small group, and He's been in recovery 30 plus years. We've had him share in the men's group and so forth, and he's very open about it. So I'm not sharing anything that he hasn't. But that's the first one that I think he's just until he released his need to be in control, until he surrendered his life to God, he was an addict. So every addict, which is all of us, we're all addicts in some way, and until we release and surrender, we're not free. We're not happy. There's no peace. So it was just one way to illustrate something that we've been basically talking about. It's what we kind of talk about every week almost. It's what you talk about in AA every meeting.
Absolutely. It's
there's a higher power, and I'm not in control. Let's all say it together, everybody in the room.
I feel like we're kind of like Taco Bell, where we have the same ingredients every week. We might just give it in a different way. You know.
That's good.
I don't know why Taco Bell.
Well,
comes
we
up
do
here,
three things
you
here,
know?
just so you know. It just, our three ingredients are, that's really good.
Yeah.
Is what is our relationship with God?
Yeah.
That's what this whole series has been, actually. How do we get along and love one another?
Mm-hmm.
And then what are the spiritual disciplines to help me grow my faith?
Yeah.
And so, Matthew 22, love God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. Love your neighbor as yourself. And love your neighbor
Yeah.
as yourself. So this whole series actually has been on our three ingredients that we talk about. Basically, every series is intimacy with God, community with others, and a peace within myself.
Yeah.
That God's growing my faith muscle.
Absolutely.
And don't tell anybody, but that's our secret sauce. And it's what Jesus said are the three most important, vital relationships. So when you break it down, every weekend falls into one of those buckets.
Absolutely. And as you were landing the plane on Sunday too, it was a couple slides before the ending, but the salvation is free and cost us nothing.
Yeah.
But following Jesus in this life will eventually cost you something.
That's good.
I think
Good reminder.
that was one of those moments of like, oh yeah, it will cost me something. And so I think that once the ring thing happened and you got to this point, I think everybody was able to have that kind of breathing room of just like, hey, it's going to cost you something, you know? And so having that visual of giving the ring and then having the visual of the trust, and then even this like silly, here's a gift card. Like people still applauded for the gift card because like it was still like, that was worth it.
That was worth it. Way to go, Ashley. Yeah,
You know,
that's funny.
it just all those little details just kind of make me laugh because it's like, wow, yeah, I think it does take us to have that dialogue, that kind of communication to bring us to a really great place to talk through those things. Of it is going to cost us something, even though salvation is free. So we ask that question constantly. So what is that thing that we need to surrender? What is that thing that we need to give over to God? As Andy just said, we're all addicts in some way. Like, what is the thing that's holding us back? What is the fear? What is there's something. There has to be, pain or trust or just anything. What are those things that are holding you back? And we want to have those conversations over coffee. We want to have those conversations with you, with each other, because we're not supposed to be doing life alone. And so we're going to be going into our session number 9, our final happy.
Final.
Okay,
We're not going to be happy
if
after
you're
this.
not happy after this, we're starting over.
We're doing it all over again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to teach you after this how to be rich. Okay. So
do it
you know
one
what
more
that
time.
is. Yeah, one more time. Okay. Until you get it right.
9 more weeks. Yeah.
9 more weeks. Okay. And we'll just watch the videos again and again. But is there anything that you kind of want to just prime the pump with going into this last session of
No, it's important to come this weekend, and hopefully you'll see you there. Watch it online or come in person. But it's going to be a big summary,
awesome.
and then finding your purpose. When we know our role, our vision is to create a church for everybody and every story. You have a story, and your story is playing a part in a greater story. Do you know what that is? And I'm going through The Purpose-Driven Life again by Rick Warren. I'm going to use a couple of quotes there.
Awesome.
But we are shaped, designed for something. I never saw this in the book of Psalms also. Here I'm giving the sermon away. But for a specific role in God's greater story. I love that. And he's, if we're doing something that's not bringing peace or joy and energy, we're playing a wrong role. God shaped us for this part. If we're trying to be something that we're not, that should be yellow flag, yellow flag. There's something wrong here. Yeah, slow down. Let's look at that.
Yeah.
So don't miss it. Really important, because don't waste another day. Every day is important. Every day matters. And there's joy in life when we know our purpose in this life and we're fulfilling it. Every day is important. And we're doing it. So don't miss it. It's going to be good.
Don't miss it. At the very end, we're going to quiz you about all 9 weeks and seeing if you're happy yet.
There you
we'll
go.
give you a little happy face sticker. All right. So you can see who's happy and who's not happy. Just kidding.
Well, and speaking of relationships, make sure you sign up for one of our small groups. They're 8 weeks only.
Yep.
And it's a short run. And we have Rooted, which is for those of you who are new to the faith, have a lot of questions, or you've been in church, you know what we're talking about. You've been followers of Jesus. and you're a church person, you know who you are, then go into practicing the way. And we have several options there. So make sure you sign up.
Awesome. So you can find that out at the Malibu Plus app. You can get that in any app store. You can hop on to MalibuPacific.church, hit the groups button right on that front page, and find the group that is good for you for these 8 weeks. With that said, thank you so much for listening to the Malibu Pacific Church podcast. Hey, we have a new episode coming out every single week. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet. Share this podcast with somebody who needs to hear it. More importantly, share the sermon with somebody who needs to hear it. And on top of that, invite them to the church community Sundays, 9:30 and 11 o'clock on-site and online here in Malibu. And with that said, everybody have an amazing week, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.